Hey everyone, it's Jim
and Charles
from Melatonin Amps. And in episode number 27, we're going to do a balanced preamp update. But first caution everyone, electronics and tube amplifiers can have very high voltages present, which can be lethal. Exercise extreme caution when working around them. Always consult a professional technician when in doubt. Okay, so we have good news, and bad news. Well, the bad news isn't so bad.
And maybe some more good news after.
The good news is that the first production run of the modern line 6N1P balanced preamp sold out. It sold out right away. So that's awesome. I'd like to thank all of the test builders who are participating. All of the orders were shipped last Monday. And probably by the end of next week, you should have your kits. And there's some speedy builders out there, Charles, who I bet you by next Sunday will be getting pictures and emails and recordings off of systems.
Mm-hmm. And for you guys, we've already finished the build series.
Yeah. So you can't catch up to us. We're already done. So the last of the build series episodes are up. I don't mind making the build series, but I actually have to watch every single episode again at least once to make sure there's no, errors or omissions. And then when we make a revision, I have to watch it all over again. So believe it or not, we started out thinking we were going to do 20 episodes. And how many did we end up with, Charles?
Well, for including the troubleshooting episode that hopefully most people aren't going to need, we're up to 31.
Wow. But it's a big build. And we try to break the episodes down so they're relatively short. Some of them are longer. They go almost to a half an hour, simply because we wanted to show in more detail some of the trickier aspects of the build. And there's a lot of building. So there's going to obviously be more episodes. So.
Yeah, most of them are under 10 minutes, though, and they're easy to pick up and drop whenever you have the time.
Yeah. So I'm going to start Monday or Tuesday next week, depending on how busy the orders are over the weekend, and start pulling parts for the next round of kits. So the store is restocked, even though we haven't heard back from test builders yet. And we're looking forward to hearing back from test builders. There's so much demand for the preamp that we're shipping it to regular customers. There may be, a small parts revision that'll have to be made, but I actually built the
first production build.
Thank you, Charles. First production build using the parts from the bomb. So
yeah, and it went really well. So we learn lessons with every kit, and we seem to be getting better at it. And maybe we're giving our test builders a little less work to do and some more value out of those free tubes. But it's still nice to have them.
We actually got help from one of our test builders before he even received the kit. He had gone through the build manual, and he found a significant error. Anybody looking at it probably would figure we'd made a typo error. But and that was great. A big thank you to the test builder who caught it, and that means that. We actually have test builders going through carefully, looking at the schematic, looking at the build manual, and that helps.
And looking at the build series.
Yeah, and that reminds me actually, if you've already downloaded the build manual, I've made 2 changes to the build manual since we originally put it up in the store, and they're both on the bomb. The bill of materials got changed, and now reflects what all of the first run of kits will have received for parts. There's always a few things I have to adjust when I do the first production build, and probably some of the test builders will find some little differences as well. So you can just go ahead and download just those 2 sheets if you want, or re-download the whole thing. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Probably in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, we're probably going to start hearing back from the test builders.
And assuming everything is good there, we can start shipping the next set of kits.
Yeah, well, by the time we start hearing back from the next test builders, we'll have inventory ready to ship. Probably on Monday we'll already have more orders, but it's going to take a little while to get the parts pulled. I shouldn't say a little while. It takes twice as long to pull the parts for this kit as it does for any of our other kits.
Because there's a lot of parts.
There's a lot of parts, and it, you just have to really take your time to make sure that you get everything in each one of the kit bags. And it's rare that I miss a part, but every once in a while, somehow I forget a part.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, we just ship out replacement parts. That's not a problem. Normally, though, there's extra parts in the kit. So if I drop let's say there's, I think, 20 M3x8 fasteners plus 2 spares. If I miscount by 1 or even 2, there's actually some spares in the kit. So quite often the spares will catch anything that either you lose or we miscount. But generally speaking, we're like 99.9% on, because when we're pulling parts, we pull them very carefully. Mm-hmm. Before I forget, we actually have in the store, in the prototype section, we have the original prototype for sale. It's being sold at a very reasonable price, like we do all of the prototypes. It's fully functioning. The circuit's identical. The components are almost identical to the production version. We're going to put a bottom on this one. I actually built it so that we could do that. The only difference is we could not get these mini switches through this big heavy plate, so there is no input switching. So you can either run this as a balanced in, balanced out, or you can run it as a balanced in, unbalanced out, but who would do that?
But if you want to switch your inputs, you have to do it by disconnecting cables and reconnecting cables. It's a little more work, but it's still functional that way.
Yeah, but it's not really a preamp for a system where you need to have both inputs active and easy to switch. This thing here is, after my experience with no input switching, this switch here with the gangs has worked brilliantly, and it's got that high quality gold contact switch that we really like a lot.
And if you can't wait for a Modern Line one to build, or you want us to build it for you, this one is also in the store under the Modern Line, under the Please Build It For Me section. We have the very first production run ready to go.
Yeah, so it normally takes a week to 2 weeks to do a pro build for a customer. And the reason why the pro builds are so affordable, the build fee portion of it, is because we fit them in around the various things we do every day, the testing and the shipping. Correspondence is a big part of my day. God, I just finished the bookkeeping for the last month. It took 2 days, well, 2 half days, 2 mornings. But it's 2 half days in which I can't be working on pulling parts and building prototypes. And talking about building prototypes, finally, now that we've got our most complicated kit released and we're basically done, hopefully, I can get back to working on the pure Class A solid-state monoblocks. And that's what's going to be next. And now, if you follow our channel, you know that actually we started building prototype versions of the solid-state monoblock, and then we hit a roadblock in which we actually realized, okay, the design topology that we like the best by far is a true balanced, well, it's not a true balance, but it has a balanced input.
Yeah.
And that meant we needed a high-quality balanced preamp to drive it. And we have one here, but we really like the sonics of our own gear, so we thought,
now's the time to make it balanced.
Yeah, so that's done.
So in the process of developing a completely different amp, we had to develop this guy.
Yeah, so we're actually, now we have the schematic made, and we're going to build I think it's the 5th prototype. It's not unusual to get up to 5 or 6 prototypes. When we did the universal phono design, we had so many variations on the versions that we were actually, I was I was using letters as a designator. So I would have version 3.3B, then C.
I think you made it all the way up to L on one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was just insane. But it was really worth it. Today, that universal phono preamp is now a modern line phono preamp, and it's one of our best-selling kits. People love the sonics, and in fact, I was just looking at the numbers on the Rocket. We just did a pro build for the Rocket for a customer, and I can't believe the number of Rockets we've sold. But it's not surprising. It was meant to be a starter kit. It's meant to be affordable.
And it's a great sounding little preamp.
Yeah. And we were just comparing it to this circuit, physically, looking at the two of them. And the Rocket...
Doesn't look like there's anything in there.
No, I mean, it's such a simple circuit. But the interesting thing is a lot of what is the circuitry in the preamp stage of the balanced preamp is actually the Rocket circuit.
We learned all the lessons there.
Yeah, I mean, the phase splitter, of course, is a brand new circuit, and there's a lot going on here as far as switching channels. That's a lot of what a balanced preamp is about, is the fact that instead of 2 channels, if you have a stereo preamp, you actually have 4 channels. And at one point, because we have a phase splitting circuit, we actually have 8 channels of audio moving around. So, whereas the Rocket only has 2 channels at any one point in time. So it's not surprising that the Rocket's a much more compact preamp. Well, this is Jim.
And Charles.
Signing off. Cheers, everyone.